Hi friends, I'm Kim from Piper Moon Yoga. This is a short practice to help you feel more grounded and centered. For this practice, I'm going to recommend a strap if you have one. If not, you can use a belt, a scarf, and if you don't have a strap, no worries, we can work without it as well. So feeling centered and grounded, what does that mean? Well, sometimes we are feeling a little bit untethered. Sometimes we have spinning thoughts, or we're having trouble focusing, or we're just feeling off, right? Sometimes that's how I feel. It's just a little bit off. So this is a practice to just bring us back into our body, just bring us back to presence, and to help us feel a little bit more stable. So let's get started. So finding your comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. You can sit with legs crossed, legs extended. You can even sit in a chair. So allow the shoulders to drop down, the chest is open, and the crown of the head draws up towards the sky. You can close your eyes or have a soft gaze. And an invitation here to place the hands on the body. So maybe the hands rest in the lap, palms facing down. You might enjoy bringing the hands to the heart, one on top of the other, or maybe a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly. Making that connection, just feeling your body. And just taking a few moments here just to arrive. Feeling the earth underneath your body, feeling all of the connection wherever the body is touching your mat, your floor. Just taking a few breaths here, inhaling through the nose. And exhale, let it go. A few more breaths. A centering thought to consider. My roots run deep. That reminder that even when we're feeling untethered and when things are spinning, we're not feeling that connection, it's still there. Those roots run deep. We just need to come back to them. Take one more full breath here. Exhale, let it go. Releasing the hands down to the lap. And just welcoming any movements here of the body. Maybe a little sway side to side. Maybe a rock forward and back, or you can draw some circles with the torso. Connecting with your body here, just listen. What is it asking for? Let it lead the way. Let it guide you. And start to make your way back to center. We'll inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands down in front of the body, nice and slow. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring it down. And again, gathering energy from the earth, offering it up to the sky, and then bringing it back down into your center, into your root. One more time. And bringing those hands down, and then let them rest in front of the belly, one on top of the other. Again, feeling that connection. Full inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Release those hands. And make your way to hands and knees, our tabletop pose. The invitation here, if you have a blanket, you can bring that under the knees for a little support and cushion. Otherwise, just coming to your hands and knees here. Our tabletop pose, shoulders come over the wrists, hips over the knees. And just start to rock those hips side to side. Draw some circles with those hips. Again, just letting the body lead the way. Trust it. Making your way back to your tabletop, finding a little stillness here. Spreading those fingers wide. So we inhale into our cow pose. We drop the belly, lift the gaze and the tailbone. And exhale, we round the spine, tuck the chin, pressing those hands into the mat. Inhale, we open up. Exhale, we round. Finding a few more here on your own. One more full round of breath. And making your way back to that tabletop. Coming to a downward facing dog, we'll walk those fingers forward just a couple inches, spread those fingers wide, tuck the toes and lift those hips up. Downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet here. If at any time this isn't feeling right in your body, just go ahead and bring those knees down to the mat. Remember, this practice is yours. Just do what feels right for you. This is about your centering and grounding. Just finding 3 more breaths here in this down dog. After your 3rd breath, just gently bring those knees back down to the mat, coming to that tabletop, and we'll make our way to child's pose. So options here, you can separate the knees wide, sink the hips back towards the heels, arms extended, or you can stack those forearms and rest the forehead down. Another option, you can keep those knees closer together. And see here if the forehead can make connection with your mat, with the earth, with the ground. Finding 3 more breaths. After your 3rd breath, just rising back up, making your way to a seated position. You can sit on a blanket if that serves you. We'll be coming into some seated stretches here. So if you have a strap, just have it handy. You may choose to use it or maybe not. We're going to extend those legs out in front of us. Flexing the feet here. Legs can be close together or you can put a little space between them. So I'm going to show you 3 options here. If you can reach your big toes, you're going to take your peace sign fingers and just lean forward. Hook the big toes, bringing the thumbs to the top of the toe. And just find that position. If you can't reach there and you have a strap, you're going to take your strap and just hook it around the feet. Taking the strap in both hands. If you don't have a strap, you're just going to bring the hands down to the calves or the ankles, whatever you can reach here. We're going to come into our life nerve stretch. So as we inhale, we lengthen the spine, and as we exhale, we find a little fold forward. Inhaling back up, exhaling down. Keeping this going, powerful breath in and out through the nose. It's a subtle movement here. Your next inhale, rise up, hold it here, suspend the breath. And then your exhale, you come forward and hold. Maybe you come down a little bit further. Just breathing here. If this feels like it's too much in the hamstring, just bring a bend to the knees, no problem. Your next inhale brings you back up. Give those legs a little wiggle, a little shake. A life nerve stretch is wonderful for anxiety. And oftentimes when we're feeling like we're not grounded or centered or focused, we're often having some anxious thoughts. So our next stretch here, let's bring those legs out in front of us again. We're gonna put some space between them. Doesn't matter how wide they go. Inhale, we reach those arms up. And exhale, folding over one leg. Inhale, we come back up. Exhale to the other. And keep this going, inhaling up. Exhale down. Strong, powerful breath. The next time you come down, hold the stretch over whichever leg that is. You can always bring a bend into the knee and fold over bent knee. Always have options in your practice. Next inhale brings you back up, over to the other side. Inhale brings us back up, and then we come forward right between the legs. Hands can come down in front of you. You can walk the hands to the feet or the ankles. Lead with the heart here. If you have the space to do so, maybe you want to come down to those forearms. Don't force anything though. Just breathe here. Your next inhale brings you back up. You can reach those arms up overhead. And then exhale, we bring the arms down, bring those legs together, give them a little shake, a little wiggle. And then making your way onto your back. When you get there, just bring the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze. You can rock side to side, draw some circles with those knees. Just feeling into the body here. Then bringing the hands underneath the knees and just lifting up the head and the chest, squeezing into a little teeny tiny ball. And then releasing down. Bring the feet down to the mat. And then let the bottoms of the feet come together, the knees separate. So we're making a diamond shape with the legs. Now option here, you can keep the heels close to the body or slide these toes away. Find that position where you feel connected to the earth. So if you have a big gap here in the low back, see if you can adjust the feet so you find that position where hopefully the back can make some contact with the mat. If not, you can always slide a blanket underneath. Another option, if you have blocks or books, you can place them under your knees. An invitation here to again place a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. And if not here, perhaps placing your hands anywhere on your body, maybe your hip points or your legs. Again, just make that connection. Just feeling yourself. You are here. You are rooted. And your roots run deep. As you breathe, just noticing the rise and fall of the belly. Get very present with the body. Invitation to stay here as long as you like. If you'd like to extend those legs long and find traditional Shavasana, you're welcome to go there. If you're ready to close your practice, you can bring the knees together and just rolling to one side, making your way to a seated position. Reaching arms overhead for an inhale. Exhaling, hands come down to heart center. The thumbs connect to the sternum. You can also place hands in the lap. My deepest gratitude. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this practice with you. Remember, as you move about your day, your roots run deep. You always have access to them. Thank you, friends. Namaste.